Здравствуйте, зелёные собаки! And welcome back to another flipped Russian lesson. This is the beginning of week 3. It's very exciting. We've been through a lot already. We've learned как дела, как тебя зовут, откуда ты. And this week we're going to learn 2 more questions. And we're going to start working some on our numbers. Numbers and counting, very important stuff. But for this unit, we're going to focus our numbers on how old are you and when is your birthday. Both of those really require you to be able to use numbers, not only to talk about your actual age, but the day on which you were born. Easier than it sounds, because really your birthday is a chunk and how old are you is a chunk. You know, we're not yet really forming that question. We're not really forming that question yet. So, the first thing that we're going to talk about is how old are you? How old are you? Now, for this question, I'll do a little bit of explanation here. And again, these flip lessons are out of context. And so this is just to expose you to these ideas, expose you to this language before we really get into it in class, so that when we're telling a story or singing a song, you'll have a much stronger idea of what's going on and we'll have heard this already. So the first thing that we'll talk about is, how old are you? Now, this needs a little explanation. Really what we say is, how many years are there to you? Because we've been talking a little bit about our cases. It's going to sound strange. You know, you're going to say, well, why don't I hear ty? Why don't I even hear тебя? Well, this uses a different construction. It uses the dative case, and we'll talk a little bit about dative case, just this much this week, just so you'll feel comfortable with it. But we're going to use the phrase сколько тебе лет. Сколько is our question word for how many or how much. Сколько тебе лет. Let's practice with a friend. Привет, овца.
Привет, господин слон.
Окей, вопрос. Овца, сколько тебе лет?
Мне 11 лет.
11 лет. Это много или мало? Считай. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 это много, да? Это много, 11 лет. Ну ладно, еще раз. Вопрос и ответ. Сколько тебе лет?
Мне 11 лет.
Мне лет. Мне лет.
Сколько тебе лет, господин слон?
Мне 30 лет. Мне 30 лет. Это много. Это много. Спасибо, овца.
Пожалуйста.
До свидания.
Пока.
Now, the next question that we're going to be working with is, when is your birthday? When is your birthday? And really, we don't say when is your birthday in Russian, right? We talked about how Russian doesn't even have is. It doesn't really use the verb to be in the same way that we use it all over the place in English. It actually makes things a little bit easier in Russian, so shh. The main thing to remember is that in this question, when is your birthday, we learned something new. We learned the phrase у тебя. У тебя and у меня. У меня is our phrase for I have. So we're really asking, when do you have a birthday? I have a birthday. Da, 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 da. Okay? Or just saying, my birthday is. Okay. So the question that we're learning, first of all, we learned a new question word, когда. Когда. That's right, that's our question word for when. Когда. So the question, когда у тебя день рождения? День рождения. День рождения, the day, right? Just like дни недели, days of the week. День рождения, the day of your birth. Exactly. Okay, so we have another friend. Другой друг. Ага. Кто это? Кто это наша? Тан-тан, тан-тан, тан-тан-тан-тан-тан-тан-тан-тан-ла. Ну ладно. Это акула. Привет, акула.
Привет, господин слон.
Окей, акула. Скажи мне, когда у тебя день рождения?
У меня день рождения 13 августа.
13 августа. Нет, это неправда. We use 13 when we talk about our day of the month. However, this is a time when we use a different what? Case. That's right. So instead of 13, Sharky should really be using a different ending. Акула, скажи мне, когда у тебя день рождения?
Ну ладно. У меня день рождения 13 августа.
13 августа. 13 августа. Хорошо, акула. Сколько тебе лет?
Мне 12 лет.
12. Сколько это? Сколько 12? Это много или мало? Еще раз считай со мной. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Это много.
Ну, когда у тебя день рождения, господин слон?
У меня день рождения 1 июня. 1 июня. Хорошо. До свидания, акула.
До свидания, господин слон.
Well, it's a lot of fun to talk to our puppet friends, but even more fun when we can actually talk to each other in Russian. So remember, сколько тебе лет? Мне лет. Мне the number лет. Then, when we're asking about birthdays, когда у тебя день рождения? And our answer, у меня день рождения, the date and the month. The number, the little ending, we'll talk about that in class, it'll be second nature. Then the month. So this week, be prepared to learn a new song about the months of the year and to do a lot more talking. Thank you so much. Спасибо. До свидания.
Dun 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 dun.